Welcome back. Memorial Day weekend is full of traditions, and for the past decade now, a simple gesture of gratitude to those who sacrificed for our country has grown into a tradition for thousands of volunteers. I'm talking about Flags for Fort Snelling, and today, 10 years in, the founder showed us where that tradition began.
You put the bundled flags into the tote bag.
If you've never experienced Flags for Fort Snelling,
You're going to put the flag side down.
you might not realize how much work
Caught up now. Caught up.
and helping hands it requires.
My dad was in the military, my grandparents were in the military, I was in the military, so I think it's just a good thing to do.
Mark Bergeron is one of 3,700 people who will volunteer here over the course of the next week to ensure nearly 200,000 flags are planted at every grave.
Trying to figure out how to put it into words, how it makes me feel.
National Guardsman Andrew Ross does know his reason for being here.
Trying to make sure their sacrifices aren't forgotten.
That simple premise helped inspire this massive effort, but not in the way you might expect.
Do you want to show me how to fold them then?
These are my kiddos, the reasons why all of this started.
Yes, founder Joanne Malmstead and her 3 kids have been making this happen for 10 years, following a difficult realization 11 years ago.
We were in line at the grocery store, and Tiara had asked, so whose party are we going to this year? And my mom was like, oh, that's not what it's really about.
And that led to another difficult conversation.
When I called the cemetery to inquire about volunteering, they told me they no longer put flags out.
In 2015, Joanne told KARE 11 how she and her kids came with 20,000 flags and dozens of volunteers to do as much as they could.
We started in our garage. We started waterproofing in our garage, and we had tarps, and we'd then lay them out on the driveway.
A decade later, their garage can't begin to contain it.
This would easily fill like a 4 or 5 car garage
All of their gratitude.
to the brim.
Do you think they reuse these then?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they do.
Yes, they still spend days replacing and waterproofing tens of thousands of flags every year.
We dip all of the flags, the bundles, into a clear wood sealer.
But filling volunteer shifts has never been faster.
It's the first time I got a chance to volunteer, and I'm glad I did.
This year they filled up within like 37 minutes.
It's important.
It is.
It's very validating that this is what we needed to do. This needed to happen.
It turned into a big learning experience, and I'm glad to have made that comment.
And she is certainly not alone
Great experience, and I wanted to be part of it again.
in that.
It's truly an experience you will never forget.
It really is. Even though this weekend's flag planting shifts filled up fast, you can still get involved. Volunteers are still needed to help pick up the flags next weekend. And if you're willing to help, you can sign up online. We'll have the link along with this story on KARE11.com.